for our team. We have a lot of respect for Alabama. I got a lot of respect for, obviously, Coach Grant, knowing what he's done for our program. And, you know, to come down here and play against them and to watch them on film, it's a very good team. They're going to win a lot of games. But we've got to come in aggressive. And I thought Kevin was fabulous when he started the game. He gave us all confidence. And it kind of carried over into everyone. And, you know, this is the type of environment, in particular with the way they play, that you have to have some playmakers out there that aren't afraid. And we had a number of guys step up in big moments, and whether it was Benson or freshman, it was a good team effort against, obviously, a very good team.
Questions?
You see, Kevin Dillard, has kind of struggled, I think, with a new cast of guys. It looked like something happened and he put it all together tonight, Archie.
Well, he was ready tonight. This is a big stage. And, if he knew coming in the game, if he didn't play well, we weren't going to have a chance to win. And, quite frankly, I thought he dominated the game. That's what a great point guard does. I don't think a team's going to score 81 points on Alabama in a very long time after this game. And it's attributed to a great point guard. And he has his ups and downs. I thought he was really ready to meet the challenge. He responded very well after our NIU game, and he's been practicing very, very hard. And our team is getting better, I think, in general. But we have a long way to go, and we'll go as far as he can take us. That's pretty much how it's going to work.
What about the defensive side that y'all held Relaford without a field goal till the last 4 minutes?
They're a very tough cover. They play four guards who can really deck it and put it on the floor. And early in the season, all four of them have given you the impression that they can shoot the three. So it's a tough cover for us. Luckily, we have a smaller lineup that we like to play, and I thought that got us off to a decent start. But, they shot 32 free throws in the game. And, they're a tough dribbling, driving, attacking team. I thought in general as the game progressed, we were able to keep bodies in front of people, and at least the shots were more contested in and around the basket, or challenged jump shots more so than early in the game. They just blitzed us very early on. I thought we were surprised with how fast they attacked us. But most of the game, we were able to at least contain and keep some bodies in there, and if they didn't get to the foul line, we did a good job defensive rebounding.
They took the lead twice, and each time y'all responded with a three-pointer. How big were those?
It was a big deal for our team to weather the very first run, which I believe we started off 16-5, and then they really came at us. And I think they went on about a 10-0 run, and maybe that 12 to 8 minute mark. And that's when we started to lose our ground a little bit. But I give our kids credit. We knew we had to take a couple punches. We stuck together and we kind of withered it a little bit. And then the last 4 minutes of the first half, we were able to get a better lead than we anticipated. And I think coming out of the second half, we've been in so many games this season where we've been outstanding in the first half. And then in the second half, for whatever reason, whether we're young or we're not together yet, or we just don't have the ability right now to concentrate, we crash. And this is the first time all season in 7 games in the second half, we continued to battle, we continued to play, we attacked on both ends, and instead of those guys, shooting a 59% from the floor in the second half, which is what we've been giving up at times, we were able to kind of weather that a little bit and hold them down into around the 30. So it's the first time we've duplicated a half from field goal percentage defense all year.
Yeah, I want to ask, how important was it to not get in it? Have them have a big run in the second half.
They're a hard team to not go up against runs because of the pressure that they put on you. And it's constant, and it's coming from different ways. And, when you sub, you have different guys that come in the game that aren't accustomed to handling it. And I thought that for the most part, in particular in the second half, they weren't able to establish the pressure like they were because we rebounded. And I felt like if we rebounded the ball against this team, because we transitioned like we like to do, I felt like we could get out on them. And I think like in the first 5 minutes, we had about 4 or 5 opportunities. We turned the ball over. We were going so fast. But that kind of stymied them a little bit. And then I thought that when they did bring back the press, we were able to continue to score, which is always important against that. And eventually they went zone, which, at times zone can be a problem for us. But I thought Deshaun Pierre was excellent. He caught the ball in the heart of that thing 2 or 3 times, and he really just kind of took the air out of the building on both of those plays that he had back-to-back baskets against the zone. He actually bounced one to Benson under the basket as well. So it was very effective all 20 minutes of the second half, I thought, for the most part. It got crazy at the end, which it normally does at home. Team's going to be desperate. The press is, up at you, but we're able to withstand it.
You're now 7-3 against the big power conferences, ACC, Big Ten, SEC. What does that do as you're trying to kind of build up your program?
I wish we played in those conferences then, because we're not that good in our conference. And that's the truth. I think everybody in our program, everybody in our fan base, everybody in our administration has to understand that the word BCS to me means they have a football stadium. It has nothing to do with basketball. The Atlantic 10 is a bear of a league, and we have to prepare ourselves with this competition that we have. And if you beat an Alabama on the road, great. Our whole focus is as we prepare to compete in our league. We have to be better in our league. That's what's going to take us to the next step. And, at the end of the day, I do think that guys on our program, they play with a chip on their shoulder when they meet up with that Alabama. They were recruited by them or they weren't recruited by them in so many cases. And, sometimes you run into those programs when they have that edge, they're ready to go. And I don't think that's the case. We respect everybody we play, but I do think at the end of the day, for me, it's a great win against a great program, and we're ready to move on. We play Miami of Ohio in a rivalry game on Saturday night. We haven't played well at home at night. That's all we're thinking about now.
Anything else?